Hello everyone, this is Ashish Saini from Innovate Yourself. Welcome back to my channel. Once again, I am back with a new video, and this time we are back with a new series that is for machine learning. So in our today's session, I'm going to give you a short introduction about machine learning so that you can understand what exactly machine learning is and how it is completely changing a life and the way and the lifestyle of we human being, right? So this is all that we will be learning in our today's session. Now let's get started and let's see what exactly we will be learning in our today's session. So for that, I will give you a short precap in which I will tell you like what exactly I will be covering in my today's slide for the introduction part. So firstly, I will be giving you the introduction to machine learning, then what are the needs of machine learning, then what are the types of machine learning, then further I will be explaining some few points about the different types of machine learning, which is supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning, and then what level of mathematics you require for machine learning, because you must be already aware with this fact that mathematics is compulsory for understanding machine learning. But in our series, what level of mathematics you require to understand machine learning completely, that I will be explaining in this part. And after that, the final thing is like career in machine learning, and the last thing is the application. What are the different other applications where you can use machine learning and where you can apply this in your day-to-day life. So this is all that we will be covering. Now let's not waste time and let's straight go to the introduction to machine learning. All right. So machine learning is simply an idea to learn from examples and experience without being explicitly programmed. So what does that mean? That simply means like you must have already created few examples, or let's say you must have already worked on many projects, and in those projects you must have noticed that whatever program you are going to write, your program, your interpreter or compiler is actually going to work with respect to that program that you have specified. And it must be like you're getting the output based on that input, or let's say based on the conditions, based on the loops, whatever you're applying, based on that you're getting an output. But here the machine learning is not going to work as per that part. It's not like you're going to put some condition and based on that condition you're going to get some results. This is not like that, because in machine learning you will be getting some examples and experience. In short, if we will term this examples and experience in just a single word, I will simply say that data set. Data set is everything with respect to which you will be able to find and you will be able to generate an output that you can use further to perform various action. So that is the most important thing about the machine learning, which is mostly required, and you must be aware like how you can work with data, how you can manipulate the data, how you can further process the data. So that means data set is the most important thing, and with respect to which you must be aware. Like the first and a very commonly used example of this field is robotics. You must have seen in the field of robotics that you are getting some output with respect to the data. And what is that data actually? That data is simply some examples and experience. Now we will go to depth of this examples and experience in a further slides and in further videos, so don't worry about that. For now, let's go ahead and let's understand about the next thing. So this was simply a basic introduction about machine learning. So I hope you have understood this part. Now after that, what are the needs of machine learning, right? So firstly, applying artificial intelligence, we wanted to build a better and intelligent machine. So simply the most important fact is, as I explained on the previous slide, that previously you must have built your own program, you must have built your own software, but there what exactly you're doing is you're just simply putting some conditions. Like if I will be having some data, something like this, then I will be giving you this result. If the condition is different, then the output will be different. So this is how we are just generating the output. But this time we are not only going to work as per the condition, but other than the condition part, we will be learning from the previous data set, from the previous past experience, and based on that we wanted to build a better and intelligent machine that will help us in solving the real life problems. So that is the reason why we need machine learning. So this is all about the need for machine learning. Now what are the different types of machine learning? Because machine learning is not just a single topic. inside this single topic we are having multiple other subtopics, multiple other algos which we will be using for solving a real life problem, and the different algos will be something like this that I will explain you further later on, right? So right now, what are the different types of machine learning? First one is supervised learning, right? Second one is unsupervised learning. Third one is reinforcement learning. Now, what are these three different types of learning? First one is supervised learning. So in this type of learning, machine tries to learn from the previous examples. So in short, what we will be having is we will be having some previous data, and that data will be working as an example. So let me do one thing. Let me just take an example to explain it to you better. For example, let's say you are in a school. The teacher wants to explain you some topic. So how the teacher will explain it to you properly? So for that, definitely what the teacher will do is teacher will take some example, and through the examples the teacher will try to explain you like what exactly that topic is and how it is going to be used further. So that means that example is like a data. Here that data is going to work as an example for your machine, and your machine is going to further use this example to further generate a pattern. And that pattern can be like, if you are having some problem, something like this example, then the other problems will be something related to that only. That means the data set that we are providing to the machine, the other data that you will get, that will be some unknown data, that will be giving you the result something similar to that only, right? So this is how we are just using a supervised learning, right? And that is the reason we consider that supervised learning is like you are having some teacher, you are having some supervisor who is helping you to generate a result with the unknown data. So in short, you are having some examples with you. So if we talk about it in mathematical terms, supervised learning is where you have both input variables and the output variables, and can use algos to derive the mapping function which is expressed as y of x equal to mx plus c. So in short, you can consider like you will be having one dependent variable and one will be some independent variable. Based on that, you will be generating this algo. So in short, you have both the values, you have the input, you have the output, and this is going to work as your example. This is going to be work for you as your experience, as your examples. So this is all about the supervised learning. So this is how you can use it in mathematical terms, right? And afterwards, now what are the different types of supervised learning? Because supervised learning is also having some different other subtypes. So the first one is classification and the second one is regression. So firstly, what is this classification and regression now? So the first thing is classification problem is when output is a category or a group such as black or white, spam or not spam. So what does that mean actually? So as I said, in supervised learning, you will be having both the data in the beginning. In short, you will be having the input, you will be having the output, which we will be using as a data set, or let's say as our experience, which we will be using further to generate the output. And in this case, what you will get in the output is you will get a category. For example, I'm having a lot of data. For example, I'm just talking about a mobile phone, and I can have multiple mobile phones of different varieties, and multiple mobile phones is having multiple different other features. So based on those features, I will be having some input values for all the different mobile phones, and also I will be having the output of that mobile company, right? For example, let's say the output will be, let's say OnePlus is the mobile name, right? OnePlus is the company of a mobile, right? So this will be one category. Similarly, Samsung will be other thing. Similarly, that other one will be something like, let's say, iPhone. So these are different categories based on which what we are doing. We are just specifying like if a mobile phone is having some features related to this, whatever values we have specified, your mobile phone is going to be categorized under this category, which can be like OnePlus, which can be categorized like Samsung, which can be categorized like iPhone, right? So this is how we are just doing the classification of that. And the same thing you can see, I have given you here also, black or white, spam or not spam. So this is how we consider that a problem is a classification or something else. And now let's talk about the regression. So the regression problem is when output variable is real value such as rupees and height. So in here, regression, you can consider something similar to classification. So the thing will be, you will be having the input, you will be having the output, you will be having both the things. But the difference is, in the case of regression, your output will be a fixed precise value. It will not be like that it is a category. It will be like you will be having some particular values. For example, let's say I have a data, and in that data, in the input case, what I am specifying is, I am specifying, let's say input are those values, something like 1 2 3 4 5 6 up to 10, and similarly in the output you will be having the values square of the input, which means, let's say if on the first side, on the first value you will be having 1, that means the output will be 1. On the second you will be having the value as 2, then the output will be 4, similarly 3, then 9. So this is how you are going to generate multiple values. And here you can see I'm having a precise value, I'm having some fixed value for that particular number, whatever I have specified in the input and the output. So regression is going to work for you in the similar way, because it is going to generate some fixed value, it is going to generate some precise exact value that you can further use with your program. So this is a difference between the classification and the regression, and these are the two different types of supervised learning. And under these two different types of supervised learning, you will have multiple different other algos that we will cover in further next videos on the series of machine learning. So stay tuned for that. So now let's move to the next slide. Now, what is unsupervised learning? In unsupervised learning, the system attempts to find the patterns directly from the example given. So what does that mean? That simply means that you will be having only input data with you and you will not have the output data with you. That means this is not similar to the supervised learning. In supervised learning, you are having input and output both. But in unsupervised learning, you are only having the input values, and the input data, whatever you are having with you, is directly being used to generate the patterns to give you some results. And one of the example for your unsupervised learning will be any recommendation system. So in short, you can generate your own recommendation system based on the input data that you have provided, and how these input data is enough for generating the pattern, for generating the output, that we will see later on with the different algos that are available for unsupervised learning. But currently let's just talk about the introduction only. Now let's go ahead, and now let's understand what are the two different types of unsupervised learning, right? The first one is association, second one is the clustering. So these are the two different types of unsupervised learning. The first one is association. Association rule learning problem is where you want to discover rules that describe large portion of your data, such as people that buy X also tends to buy Y. So as I said in the beginning, for the machine learning part, you will be creating some recommendation system. So similarly, you can see here also you will be having your input data and you will be generating some patterns from that input data, where you will find some output related to something like this, like the people that buy X also tends to buy Y. So you must be thinking like this example is quite similar to the one which the Amazon and Flipkart are using into their business model, where they are actually showing you some result, which they are actually showing you some recommendation based on the product that you're searching for. For example, if you're searching for a mobile phone, then you will find on the bottom side, like if you will buy a mobile phone plus a mobile cover, then you will get this at this attractive price. And when you will calculate the price for both of it, you will find if you will buy the mobile phone and cover both together from the Flipkart or Amazon, then you will get it at the price lower than the actual one. So that is the reason you will obviously go for that one, right? So this is how they are just using the association rule to check out that whether what product can be sold together with the first main product which you are actually looking for. So this is how the association rule is being used. In clustering, what happens is you will be generating different categories as per the customer behavior. So simply, let's continue with the previous example which I took for the mobile phone part. In there, we have made a software that is capable to tell you like what are the different products that can be sold with our main product that we have generated. But now I want to find out like what are the different behavior of a customer, because based on that I want to give discounts to the user. For example, let's say I will generate three different categories. The first category is for the users, for the customers who look for the expensive product. They don't worry about the pricing and all, they just need a very good product, right? So this is the first category. Similarly, the second category is for the person who are looking for a cheap product, which means it doesn't matter what product is and how the product is going to work, but they just want it for the lowest price. So that is the second other category. And the third one is the cheap and best type. So in this, the customer will go for the cheap and the best type of a product which will last long at the lowest price, right? So this is all about the three different categories, and these are the three different categories that we will be generating through the clustering, where we will be able to categorize like what customers we should be able to categorize in first category, what customer we should be able to categorize onto the second category, what customer we should be able to categorize onto the third category, and based on that we can offer the discount to the categories being created with clustering. So this is how we can use the clustering with the machine learning. So this is all about it. And there are different other various algos which are available for the association and clustering, that we will see further in the series of machine learning. So stay tuned for us, right? So let's move ahead now. Now the next one is reinforcement learning. So reinforcement learning is a type of learning in which the computer program will interact with the dynamic environment in which it must perform a particular goal. In short, you can say in reinforcement learning, what exactly we are doing is we are creating such a program that will directly interact with the environment, that will interact directly with the nature, and based on that it is going to generate some result, it is going to perform an action. So this is all about this. And also not only this much, but other than this, it will try to improve the algos which is already created for it, and based on that it is going to perform a better results. So this is how your reinforcement learning is working, and this is how you can generate a best results from that. And also self-driving is one of the best example for the reinforcement learning that you must have seen in your real life. So this is all about the reinforcement learning. Now the next thing is, what level of mathematics do you need for the machine learning part? Because as I said in the beginning that you need mathematics for learning machine learning, for creating different algos for machine learning. So this is all that we need to know, right? So firstly, the answer is that multidimensional, and it depends on the level and interest of the individual. So it's totally up to you, like what level of mathematics you can learn and what level of mathematics you want for your program, you want for machine learning, right? Because it's not necessary that you require everything for your machine learning algos. Maybe you require calculus, maybe you require a linear algebra, maybe you require probability, maybe you require algos and complex optimization, and that is enough for your business model, right? So it's not compulsory that you must know all the things, but at least you should be able to understand what actually you're working on and what mathematics you require in that, and you must be pretty confident in that particular mathematics to understand the algos that you're going to use for machine learning, for the algos for machine learning. So this is all about that. So this is all about it, and that is enough for your mathematics part, and that is enough to understand the machine learning and to create your own machine learning algos, right? So that is more than enough, right? So now what will be the career in machine learning, right? So if you are looking for a career in machine learning, now you have know like why do you need machine learning and where you can use machine learning in your real life. So what salary packages you can expect from the companies if you will join in any of the company, right? So you can see this is a salary package which is a average salary package which I have shown to you on the screen, right? And that is just an average salary package, and rest is totally up to you, onto your hard work, onto your skill set, whatever you will learn, right? So that's totally up to you how much you want to earn and how much you are expecting. So this is just a number, that can be any number, or let's say that can be a number of your choice. So it's totally up to you that how much you want to earn and how much you can, right? So this is all about that. And now let me give you some applications for the machine learning. So first one is the face recognition. That is the first and the very commonly used face recognition algos which is based on machine learning. And nowadays this technology, this program, this machine learning algo is being applied in the mobile phones, right, in the smartphones which we are having for the face unlock part, right? So there you must have seen the face recognition in action. So this is the first and the very commonly used. Email filtering. Email filtering is used in Gmail or any other different email applications where you are able to find one inbox and one spam folder, where you will find that in the inbox you will have all those messages which are not spam, and in the spam folder you will find all those messages which your machine learning algo has find that this is a spam type of a thing and that can harm your system, that can harm your security, right? So that's the reason they will just put it into that. And here you can see how easily they have just figured it out, how easily this have just classified both the things, and they have just split the data into two different folders so that your system and your security will not be bothered, right? So this is how you can use email filtering. Similarly, the medical diagnosis, in the field of medical, you will find that you are using machine learning for different purpose. Like in the case of robotics as well, you are using machine learning for doing the surgeries and operations. So there also you can use it. Also, as I said, self-driving car. So this is the live example which you must have seen in everywhere, right? So this is all about this. So that is it from my side for today. I hope you have got a proper understanding. And now I think you know that why you should learn machine learning and where you can actually apply it. Not only for the learning, but other than learning also you can earn a very huge amount of money that can completely change your lifestyle. So this is totally up to you now that whether you want to learn, but I will totally recommend you to use machine learning and to work on this, just because a complete future is relying on machine learning, because we are having a lot of data, we have to process the data, and for processing the data we also need some recommendation, we also need to do some different machine learning stuff on that, right? So that is the reason I will totally recommend you to use and learn machine learning. So start working on it, and also for that I will simply say just stay tuned to my channel so that you will not miss any updates related to machine learning, so that you can build your career in a very good field, right? So this is all about that. So that is it for today. I hope everything is clear to you, but still if you have any doubts or anything related to this topic, if you want to suggest something, then feel free to leave a comment below in the comment section. And also if you are new to this channel and if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, do click on the subscribe button so that you do not miss any updates. And also you can press the bell icon, and also in the bell icon part you just click on all, so that you will get all the notification whenever we will upload a new video or we will do any new thing onto our channel. So stay tuned to our channel. Till then, bye bye and happy learning.